but that's another video. But when it comes to air here doesn't care about that stuff. So the family is very, and then it could change depending on you, how people see you, depending on what planets you got in the 4th house. But ultimately, the way your family is, if you just have air in the 4th house, you got a very gossipy family. So don't be, if you got certain planets like Mars or Pluto in your 4th house, or the moon in your 4th house, or even to a certain degree, even to a certain degree, Jupiter in your 4th house. Because that means your experiences and your wisdom and knowledge, you want to keep that private. If you got any one of them planets in your 4th house, and you got an air 4th house, do not be telling your motherfucking family shit. Don't tell them shit. Because you gonna be upset. You gonna be like, yeah, oh, it's cool because this person made me feel comfortable. They called me, so that's cool. Then you're gonna find out 10 other fucking family members know about something you did not want them to know about. You see what I'm saying? So, if you got any one of them, now if you got the sun in the 4th house, you may be the one doing this. If you got Mercury here, you may be the one doing this, or you may be the one not even caring about that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? You got Saturn there, that's really not going to be your issues. Your issues is going to be like, shit, let's get a house where everybody can live at or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Uranus, you're not going to really care. You're going through too many changes elsewhere privately to be caring or concerned about that. But if you got the moon, Mars, or Pluto there, or even to a slight degree Jupiter there, do not let your family know nothing. You know what I'm saying? 1 second. Hello? Hello? Alright, no.
The Senate has taken another step toward confirmation of the president's pick for Labor Secretary. The nomination of Alexander Acosta goes to the floor for a final up or down vote later this week. Acosta was chosen after the president's original nominee, Andrew Custer, withdrew his name amid reports his use of House
Alright, sorry about that. See? I got transits going on right now. Sorry. And I know, see, like I said, I'm very private and very secretive, but due to the fact that I do got so much fire in my chart, it makes it intriguing a lot. So a lot of times people want to see what's burning a lot of times. So a lot of times it's kind of like that. A lot of times, like for an example, if I was to sit here and do a 24, like, which I won't be able to do that, but if I was to sit here and do like a 24-hour video, y'all gonna see so many people I'm interacting, like y'all be like, God damn, do we even get a chance to be private, or do we get a chance to be secret? But as a fire, we develop, and sometimes we have to go, well, at least me, I have to go brood sometimes. I have to not answer the phone, I have to not answer the door a lot of times, and just go get concealed in a little flight, in my flight cave, you know what I'm saying, and go ahead and receive, or well, sun gaze or something, and hide off and duck off, and, you know, receive a lot of information. But, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times it gets hard to do that just because of all the vibe, because of how high I be vibrating sometimes. So I be vibrating sometimes. I just attract shit. Like I can have an idea in my head, right? And I put all the emotions and feelings to the point I don't want to experience nothing else but getting this idea out, right? And I swear, there be so many frequencies out here that stop me before I even get there. I swear all the information that I had that was powerful to get out be filtered through so many other programs, because before I can get there, I didn't shut this hand, answered this phone call, looked at this text, did this, had this person, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I ain't get a chance to. So shit don't even be coming out fully effective the way I be wanting it sometimes. But sometimes I be having to force it. That's why sometimes y'all be seeing people sleep in the background and shit like that. It's that third. But other than that, you know, that's just for the sake of just saying what's going on. But like, I'm not gonna let this world over consume me, because I'm fire. So I don't give a fuck who around or what time or what day or what situation. I'm gonna kick what the fuck I feel, because I see what I feel. And if it's dealing with the moon, right, and y'all know my moon sign, right, and y'all know if it's the seer and the filler, since I'm a fire sign, I see and I feel. So if I feel a way and I start to see what I feel, it becomes a vision. I visualize it, and goddamn, I gotta express it. I don't give a fuck who the fuck around, how y'all look at me. Y'all can look at me, I'm in my own fucking world. Who gives a fuck? I'd rather stay in my own world than to be in your fucking little ass capacity realm of reality, and that's a fact. Flight pause. Enough about me though, but man, we're gonna go back to the fourth house. You know, the fourth house is dealing with if you had air here, you're dealing with a highly communicative family. A family that think a lot, family that gossip a lot, and talk about things a lot. So, you know, like I said, if you had them current planets there, please do not tell your family anything. Now, let's go to the 8th house. Now, the 8th house is going to be basically how you personally keep secrets and how your personal surroundings are going to be in order for you to transform. So whatever sign you have here in the 8th house is going to be how you see your own alternative motives or others' alternative motives. How you gain willpower within yourself to be able to have the vitality or energy to be able to do something, or how you assess other people get their courage or get their wisdom, or not wisdom, but how they get their willpower and their vitality to go for their desires. Because ultimately this is like the house of desires, because you know, Mars is the planet of willpower, intentions, desires, which are your motivations, your goals, and your intentions. How you intend to do things, to carry out the duty and obligations of the sun. So with an Aries, it's going to do that in a cardinal fire way, initiating, creating new ways of how to see and feel about intentions, willpower, and desires. This is why you could off the bat pinpoint an Aries, because you can see their desires on them. Because they're expressing their desires, they're expressing their intentions, they're expressing their motivations. Now, when Mars comes onto the dark aspect of Scorpio, octave. I don't like to use light and dark because y'all think that Scorpio is evil and Aries is light or something. No, we talk about octaves. Now, in this case, fire is the light, is what you can see. This is why you can see Aries, because you see them express their motivations, express their desires. Now, this is what makes Scorpios secretive, because when Mars goes into water, we know water is the emotions and the feelings, and we know fixed water is Scorpio, fixated on its own emotions and feelings. So when you have Mars come here, what we say Mars was, like for Aries, intentions, willpower, desires, motivations, your intentions, how you intend to do things. So what is water? If water catch the feelings and soaking them, emotionalized, it's on the inside. So a lot of times this is what makes Scorpios manipulative, because you can't see their intentions, you can't see their motivations, you can't see their desires. But these things of desires, motivations, intentions is passionate, is fiery, is burning. So it has to be expressed to a certain degree. Because if you look at Mars from an astronomy point of view, or Mars just period, Mars is a fiery planet. So when it comes into the water, a lot of times, when it comes into Scorpio and why it rules Scorpio, this is what makes Scorpios intriguing to others. Because others just sense something. They're like, this is something about this person. It's just something. What other people are sensing is your deep desires, your deep intentions. And Mars just has to show itself. So since it's not showing itself with the water, it plays out through the emotions and the feelings. And that's water is one of the most powerful things in this 3D realm of reality. So it's what connects this realm of reality. So when you come around somebody, you pick up their vibe, their soul, their emotional weight, the feeling. And if it's a Scorpio energy that you're around, then you're going to be picking up their inner desires, inner intentions, their inner passions. This is why they're freaks, because they may not show it, but when you get to them in a secret matter, then they outburst all that desire, all that sex. So you see what I'm saying? So the 8th house is secret. Is what you held on, what you held inside, and how it's going to be absorbed is exactly what element is here. So if you have water as an element is here, it's gonna be in a very watery way. Now it's gonna be very different if it's Cancer or Pisces. I can speak on that. I have Pisces here. Pisces works nothing like anybody I know that has Scorpio here. So I don't care if you're a person who like, okay, I got a water, or if you got an air house and say you got a Libra 11th house, and 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. Oh, it doesn't matter. I have Libra here, so I can somewhat get with it. No, it's still gonna be a challenge. Don't ever get that fucked up. Now, don't ever overlook nothing. Don't overlook nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that caused overlooking. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do it. I used to look at my chart like, okay, my first, fifth, and ninth house is in fire. So I don't really have to really. They pretty much on the same page, and thinking that I run into minor mistakes when I have to realize that if my first house is Leo, my personality is more fixed. If my fifth house is Sagittarius, I'm more mutable when it comes to my entertainment, the things I choose to entertain, whether it's a person, place, or thing, or conversation, or whatever. Things I choose to entertain or don't entertain, I'm more mutable, and how I express myself is more mutable. I look towards how and see how other people feel, how other people choose to express themselves. Then I come to a broad conclusion or an expression how I should express myself in that circumstance. And when it comes to creativity, I'm mutable. I see and feel how other people throw their creative mechanisms in the world, and then I come to a broad conclusion on how I ultimately should throw my creative mechanisms in the world. But see, ultimately, I run into little minor problems because Leo is the ruler of the fifth house. So just because it's both fire, I used to look over it like it doesn't matter. But the little issues I was running into is sometimes you can't be too relatable when it comes to your own creative matters. You can't be entertaining too many other people when it comes to things that you entertain. You can't be entertaining too many other people's conversations because people could be bullshitting you. And with mutable here, I could be entertaining too much shit when fixed supposed to be here, fixated on my own creativity, on my own shit that I choose to entertain or don't entertain, on my own way of expression. I don't give a fuck away how you express yourself. It's the way I'm expressing myself. And fixed signs could do that best, and majority Leo in the fifth house can do that best. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever overlook nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when we get into the eighth house, you know, if you got air in the eighth house, then right here, the way you keep your secrets, you may not be a secretive type of person, or in general. You know what I'm saying? With water here, you're able to hold on to secrets and let go certain secrets and be very good with them, and kind of pick and choose who you should let know your secrets and what you should keep to yourself. With water here, you know what I'm saying? With air here, not so much. You may slip up, tell somebody something that you wasn't supposed to tell them that somebody else told you, and get you in a situation or things of that nature. So air right here, a lot of secrecy can get spilled. It's like a leak, because if you got a water balloon or a water bed, and you poke a hole in it, right? Since air is able to get into it now, water is able to come out of it now. So it's like a slow leak. So we call slow leaks people like snitches, and people like, not to say you are a snitch or anything like that, but it's just when you tie realms of realities and words and things and energies together, you have no choice but to use certain words. Like I wouldn't even, for me to even use slow leak, I had to use the water bed first. And for me to use that, it was like, because the eighth house is a water house, but if you have air there, that was a way I could make the metaphor. And you see how this all correlates, even if they're two entirely different things that don't correlate with each other. You see, when you spiritually inclined, you can correlate them together. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a slow leak. It's like air being released. It's like having a slow leak in a tire or something like that, and the tire is getting ready to go flat. So it's people leaking information, or people or secrets, or not seeing our secrets. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you got fire here in the eighth house, a lot of times you could be passionately concerned about your secrets. You could have a lot of times you can be when someone trying to get too close to find your secrets or to understand your secrets, you can detach yourself from this for them. Just like I can tell you by me being an Aries, I'm very open and expressive, and you can have this kind of perception of me, but the moment in a second you try to get too close, that's when the secrecy comes in, or the need of privacy comes in, or the needing to go to self-indulge come in, because it's like now you're trying to go a little deeper beneath the surface than the actual Mars will allow you to go. You know what I'm saying? So especially with dealing with fire in the eighth house, it's definitely going to be like that. Anytime somebody try to get too close, you may think everything was all cool, but and then this person may stop talking to you, or this person may get distance, and you may try to figure out why this person is distant. So when you come up and start to talk to this person and start to try to understand why they distant, and you don't understand it because the last situation y'all had, it appeared to be good because fire likes to express positivity or optimism. A lot of times it's because you're trying to reach behind the fire. You see what I'm saying? It's like this. Fire signs see it like this. It's like fire isn't like water, the filler signs. Water is here and there at the same time. This is why you can feel the water and see it, but at the same time you can't feel it and can't see it. It's clear. And water is in everything. So it's like to even get a form of a liquid, to even have Kool-Aid or juice or gas or anything like that, it has to have some form of fluid, water or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's here and not there at the same time. So when I say here and not there, it's in this realm and the other realm at the same time. That means the yin realm. You know what I'm saying? So it's the creativity. You know what I'm saying? Earth and air is here. You might can't see air because it orchestrates through the yin realm because it deals with thoughts. Can't nobody see your thoughts. But thoughts is always predicated on something you can see. Something that is external. This is why air absorb over earth. But only water and fire is in space. Air and earth is in space, but it's clueless in space. So it doesn't like to be too far up there. It needs to be subtle. And air, aka gravity in some type of way, has to bring it down back into reality. This is why air is abstract. Air is the past, present, and the future. They know how to think about space because they just there, but they're not in there. So they can give you a bunch of ideas, but they're not going to passionately be into it like a fire sign. Or they're not going to be emotionally into it like a water sign. They're just going to be analytical, analyze, thinking. They may overthink about it. You see what I'm saying? But they're not going to feel it and express it and act like they're part of that. You see what I'm saying? Because air is not part of that. They're just going to analyze it and sometimes come to a scientific point of degree. This is where astronomy comes from. You know what I'm saying? So air is just by the surface. Now earth, a lot of times, can be shot out there, but it'll be clueless and feel like it has no stability. Feel like it's going too much off faith. That makes an earth sign nervous. No, it has to be grounded. So it needs an air idea to bring it back down. The thinkers. You see what I'm saying? And for it can come back down to reality and get up out of space because it's too far. It needs to deal with reality. What's here and now? What's in front? What's present? Earth deals with the present. Water deals with the past. Fire deals with the future. Air deals with all three of them. You know what I'm saying? Without necessarily connected to any of them. But you know air signs. I love y'all air signs because y'all know how to take them, especially air in the 8th house, because y'all know how to take y'all deep emotions and feelings. Y'all know how to pick up on the senses of someone's alternative motives and read body language, and y'all know how to communicate it effectively. Like, no, this person wanted to do this because of this. Like, I got Pisces in the 8th house. I can't do that. I just feel it. I just feel something ain't right, and I have to do it through action. Or expression. That's how I have to show I don't agree with something. So if it's something that I have to either smack your ass or something I have to run away from or something to get away from, that's the way I can do it. For me to try to analyze and communicate it effectively for you to understand it, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I have a hard time even making videos only 10 minutes. You see what I'm saying? I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. But that's another video. But you know, with the 8th house, you see what I'm saying? Say you got Earth in the 8th house. You're gonna look at these things and secrets and mysticism and things like that in a very practical way, in a very what makes sense. So it has to make sense. A lot of times you're not even concerned about the alternative motives of people, like what caused them to say what they said to you, or what caused them to do their actions. You're not concerned about that like fire and water. You're more on the air and the earth, but your earth's more on this. So it's like earth is thinking in practicality. You know what I'm saying? Air is thinking and communicating. So you're going inside yin with your thinking. Air is going yang with their thinking. They're expressing what they think. So it comes in forms of communication. Earth signs have to practicalize what they're thinking. So it comes in forms of making sense out of it. What's the common sense of the situation? So it comes in form of not communicating before knowing the actual circumstances of the situation and making sure I make sense, making sure I observe the situation for what it is first. So that's going in. You know what I'm saying? So what happens here is with Earth here in the 8th house, a lot of times you're not concerned about the behind the scenes realm like water and fire, like what caused this person. No, is this person like I said, the present is this person's actions or whatever they saying. Is it affecting you right now? If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. You can care less about what motivated them to do that in the first place, because especially with earth signs, you come up with some constructural plan anyway to utilize them and manipulate them in a way anyway, because you're already not involving emotions and feelings to whatever they got going on that's trying to make them be manipulative in the first place. Man, what the fuck is going on?
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Ain't say shit. That's right. Ain't say shit. And yeah. So earth signs don't even care about sitting back thinking, was a person really did this for? So like they good at that. They'd be good at business. Like for an example, earth sign. Say they run into a person who sell a lot of drugs, right? And this person do a lot of things for them to get them drugs in the first place. Now, this person may go rob a lot of people, and that's how they got the money to get their drugs or whatever like that. Now, earth sign is not gonna care about the alternative motives or worry about it like water, like, well, this person might rob me, so I shouldn't connect to that. Or worry about it like fire, like, oh, I should express to this person that I don't want to do this deal because I ain't trying to get down like that. It's not going to be worried about the alternative motives of a person, regardless of what they're saying and their actions. Because water and fire are not logical anyway. They just going off body language and going off expressions and feelings and emotions. When it comes into air and earth, and right now we're particularly talking about earth gonna look at it like, I don't give a fuck what this person did or what this person doing. If this situation gonna benefit me, we're gonna take that chance. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna work with this person. If this person can make me this amount of money right now, I'm gonna do it regardless of what they do. And if it comes down to a situation that they end up spewing some whatever they do on their personal time to try to do that towards me, I'm gonna be materialistic or practical or I'm gonna be in a situation where I'm straight. I'm stable enough to blow this motherfucker head off if they come at me with that kind of energy. So I'm not mixing emotions and feelings with this shit. What's business, what ain't, what ain't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times being practical and being down to earth and being more reality and shit, that's good. Like I said, right and left brain, the left brain is the earth and air, the right brain is the fire and water. I'm saying, listen, there's no right or wrong with either of them. I don't care how much somebody can tell you. It's just because the right brain is not being used enough. That's why you got so many videos of mystic people out on the internet trying to make you open your third eye and realize your right brain and stuff like that. That's why it may seem like the right brain is probably better than the left brain or something like that. But nah. The reason why the left brain is popular right now because shit, there's a lot of attributes in that shit that niggas can use. But don't just kick the right brain in the ass. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. That's why you're going to see so many videos. But the better you can blend the two, the better. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of benefits with having a lot of earth or air. Just for the sake of that example right there. You know what I'm saying? Water in the 8th house and dealing with a situation like that. And if they got their back against the wall, they may kill this person before they even have to do it. Fire signs, a lot of times, may kill the wrong person before they even had to do it. And made a mistake and killed the person because they didn't absorb the circumstance right, and they just leaped before looking and killed the person that they thought it was first before the actual person. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of shit that can go down. You know what I'm saying? But earth, you know what I'm saying, it's more calm, cool, and collected right here. Now when we got air in the 8th house, like I said, well, we already did air. We did water, and we did fire. So you know what I'm saying? That's basically your personal houses because they're dealing with something that you're dealing with personally, like your personal issues.